Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's MJ Corey. I am an amateur Magic player trying to get from a guy who spikes a Friday Night Magic every once in a while to being on the Pro Tour one day. Um, right now I'm working on some of my limited skills, so I'm in Platinum right now, hoping to get up to Mythic before hopping into some Arena Opens, maybe some MTGO queues, or anything else that comes my way, and I find to be a way to improve as a player is my grind to get there. So, just doing a best of one queue today. Let's hop in and get some wins. Ooh, cash grab will help us find a really good thing down the line, but I think for now it's in our best interest to attack with our creatures and then see what opponent does in response to that and play the head of the homestead most likely. Early winter. Put a counter on something. That was what I was just talking about in the draft. Because it doesn't even count. It's not really doing much sitting here. The only thing it's doing is stopping Menace. But if he wants to trade Camellia for it, let's do blue and hold up a blue to try and represent Shore Up. I don't have anything worth like super protecting right now, but rather represent something than not, right? Another Camellia? That's incredible. Okay. Let's fire off a cash grab. Mind Whisper versus the Hive Spine. Obviously, these are not artifacts or it only hits. No, it's artifacts and enchantment. So we could hit this and turn off the food synergies that are going on, and then we have some good double blocks against Camellia as well. And I don't think we played a land yet this turn, so let's take back the Wolverine. And we're actually just going to destroy this food to try and turn off opponent's game plan. I'm not really interested in attacking. If they traded this thing, then we can get the squirrel thing going again, which is kind of annoying, so let's, but we also just have to end this game at some point, so let's attack with the homestead. If they want to block, that's fine. We can beat a 1-1, hopefully. Ooh, okay. So, I'm gonna either have to lose 3 life or sacrifice a permanent or discard a card. The land's not doing much good for us in our hands, so now we get to lose 3 life or sacrifice a non-land. We'll lose 3 here. So, probably not best for us to just trade with this thing, so let's just pass. Not really good to reveal that we have this in hand either, especially if he has another one of these things. Okay. Let's double block Camellia. If he forages with this, he puts a counter on each other squirrel he controls, so I think we're in range for that. The only scary thing is the indestructible trick, the Scales of Shale, in which case there's not a lot we can do anyway at this moment, so if he scales us, then we're trying to fight back against this anyway. It is what it is. He's going to kill my Wolverine now. In fact, that's still probably the best play against Scales of Shale, because it's a 1-for-1 against my Wolverine. It's like a murder, almost. And Forge is online. By sacking the food. Okay. And my Wolverine lives. They didn't block correctly. Okay. I mean, we're not doing incredible here. Baker's Bane doing some rough draw for us as well. He gets another food for the squirrel shenanigans. Not good. We're gonna block here. This trade's a rabbit for a squirrel. It's not, like, greatest thing since sliced bread, but it's still a free-ish block. And he's going to... Oh, he's going to do the... You know, we're not going to win this game. So, especially if they end up forging away something with Camellia. The double Camellia is pretty hard to beat. So, props our opponent for putting together a nutty deck. Alright. Back go next. 2-1. Now we're against Lol Fear, the diamond player, which strikes me with fear. Lol. I don't think we can be too mad about this hand. I think it's... So, even though we have the double green card, I think we have to name blue on this because since this can't tap for instants or sorceries, it's pretty important that... Especially now that we drew a forest too. So, let's play this and name blue on it. Our opponent started on a plains. Is Dowerport Mage? I don't know. White black and Life Creed duo. Looks like we're against the bad deck. Let's play a forest and the mage. If we wanted to next turn, we could do the Surveil 2 thing. Depends on what we're interested in doing. Or what our opponent does too. They play, but we're gonna lose our guy. Which is a bit of a boo-hoo. But we can just play, a Druid and a Crier. Let's Cry first. You never know. I don't think the Tree Guard duo matters right now. It's nice to... I like having the Druid when I have Clement in hand because it always gives you something to bounce. Assuming you're playing a 2-drop or more, which most of the cards in our deck are. Lunar Convocation. Alright, this deck's pretty crazy. Alright. Opponent's going to draw a card and lose 2 life. So, nothing bad to happen to us there. But let's go... Let's play Al Clement here. I'm going to bring back my Druid. We're gonna put a counter on. I don't think there's a deal 3 in white-black. There's the Sonar Strike, but is that only to attacked or tapped? It's attacked or tapped creatures. Put it onto the Crier. I want to put pressure onto the opponent here and give him a reason to fight it. Oh wait, this can just destroy the Convocation too, which this card seems a lot worse when it's 4 mana, draw a card, lose 2 life. Let's see if we can get it to that though first. It's a Dagger Fang duo. The opponent's gonna gain a life off of the duo, and then maybe draw a card off of this thing. Okay. We're still gonna destroy the Convocation. We want to keep green up because we're going to return the frog. Destroy the enchantment. And then we're going to play this thing. The counter... I don't think we're interested in... We're interested in clearing the way for Clement. I think he's too important to trade with this duo right now. We'll trade with the duo and feel pretty fine about it. I mean, we're a bit behind on cards here. Opponent's going to have some level of heat coming up, but the good news is we do get to do some village things soon with our creatures here. Assuming I don't get like discard spelled or something. Don't you touch my Clement. Okay, we savored that thing. That's fine. I mean, that's especially fine. We got more than enough value. Alright, we get to choose. I think. Discard this. Let's just lose 3. We'll still have things to do with our mana. Okay. Play this island. Well, offspring. Yeah. Well. Go to offspring, or we could surveil. I don't really care about the other things, so let's just go for this guy. I will not return Clement to hand. Next to combat. Get my guys. And surveil. Ooh, Long River Lurker. Can help us fight away a bat or something. Does this have to be a frog? Whatever that creature. Doesn't have to be a frog. It just happens to get frogs with one too. This helps us get closer to threshold up of our whisker, which blanks both of these guys, which is sweet. It's a big creature card. Can't get back the Convocation, which is nice. Okay. Let's play the Long River Lurker here. And move to combat. We'll attack with this guy. And this guy. We're gonna have to clear the way eventually. And if he does, if we do end up blocking, sure. Okay. We will exile. Turn. Do some things. Wait, this is just a loop. Look at how cool this is. Alright. We can either destroy a food or put a counter on something. Counter doesn't do much on Clement, so let's just destroy his food. And now we're gonna play my whisker. This demands an answer on the Wolverine. And even so, by destroying the food, we can just make one of our creatures unblockable and get in for hopefully lethal damage. Sinister Monolith. Little ill-gotten inheritance action. But it's pay to life. That seems like it matters a bit right now. Wow. Find the answer? I don't know what answer saves. Good game. Lol fear. Vasilui 1804. Opponent here. We'll keep this. Frogs to Plowshare. Oh, I mean, come on. Look at this. Boom. 1 mana, 1/3. Got a little aggressive deck here. Alright. Let's play an island. And play this bad boy. And next turn we can play the Crier and then another duo. Okay. Or Clement. Play Clement. creatures. That was good though. Let's play. Clement, you changed things up a bit. I think I'm just gonna do this. Get rid of my dazzling denial. Or let's see what we draw off of that. Let's hope we don't get to the late game against this deck. We'll attack with this. We'll attack both. Something will get through. And now we have Frogs to Plowshares up. Okay. Do we want to do this now? Sure. Let's do this. Pick up the Druid. And then get a counter on something. Druid's still getting its damage in this way. Do we want to play Druid, though? Probably not. Next turn we can go Sticky Tongue Sentinel and a Druid or something. Druid into Sticky Tongue? I don't know. Right. Opponent found their third land. It was a mountain. It's play the Druid. Then attack with our friends here. Crumb and Get It's a bit annoying, but we can always Dazzling Denial it if needed. Now pick up this thing. Pick up this thing. Put counter here. Put counter here. Play a Druid. This is insane. And put a counter here. GG. I know our opponent got screwed, but I don't know many decks that do beat an opening like that. That's just ridiculous. Elmhurst. There's a city by Chicago called Elmhurst. I think we found our first mulligan of the match. This hand just doesn't do anything until turn 4. We just can't have that. This is a lot better. We'll throw back. It's either Paw Patch or Cash Grab, and I think it's going to be Cash Grab because this has a little bit more variability in what it can do if they end up running out of flyer or something. Our opponent says hello. Let's greet them back. Another Boros. Whisker Quill Scribe. Sure. Play the rat. We don't have a reason to attack, so let's not. If they attack with this card, we're probably not going to block. They have a higher incentive to run combat tricks in this deck, and if they want to 1-for-0 themselves by getting this loot, or this rummage, then they may. Like I said, we're not blocking. So that kind of tells me almost assuredly that they have some sort of payoff for the Valiant, some sort of combat trick, because why wouldn't they just play this before combat if that was the case? So let's kill the Seagull Mentor. I think this card's pretty important to get rid of now. It sucks that this kind of costs 3, but do it. Again, we're not blocking. We're not doing anything with our mana, so let's get after it. Also, I milled this because we were short on lands, so no reason to keep it here. Also gets us closer to threshold for the Whisker, if we get to a state in the game. If we do get to it, that's pretty powerful. I mean, we got another mentor. Opponent did. Surveil. Found a land, but now the land doesn't matter. So, we're just heavily incentivized to throw away anything here. Yeah, we're pretty okay with this line. We're just going to put a counter on the mage and hold up dire downdraft. The question is, do we want to attack? Opponent's not too likely. They have red, so it'd be like War Squeak or Mentor, something of the Meek, the red combat trick that helps mouses out a lot. If they do, we can good downdraft. No, we can't downdraft because it's a. We're just gonna go like this. They're gonna let us through. Almost assuredly. So, next turn, well, now we also have the opportunity to just bounce the druid. Looking like they're gonna try and kill my mage, which would stink, but thus is the way things go when you have a 2/4 against an aggro deck. Ooh, Feather of Flight. Yeah, so they get the Valiant trigger, and it becomes a flyer now. Luckily, we still just get to dire downdraft this when... Oh, it is Vigilance, but it's attacking your tapped creature, so we still get to do the thing we want to do. So we're still putting him on a combat trick, so let's just do this. Feel fine about it, and take 2. I'm not, could have destroyed this with flying, but... No blocks. Take 2. Probably rummage away and, so, I'm still putting him on the red combat trick, or... We're almost at threshold. Still some sort of trick. We gotta figure that out at some point. But we can play around it by putting in front something that, like the druid here. And honestly, the druid dying isn't even that bad. But we're gonna draw a card if we can so help it. What's this card do? Give something +1/+0 in haste, so you get a free Valiance off of that? That's just ridiculous. Here come the troops. Untap. This bad boy. So, probably still some level of Valiant. We're going to throw this in front of here. How much are we concerned for the... We just know they have a trick, is the thing. They wouldn't have... There's so many attacks this game, they wouldn't have done it. They didn't have a trick. Unless they're trying to bluff us, but I think the way that they've been tapped suggests that they do. So, let's just block his so. We can take 5. We're going to gain it back with this thing here. And, turn the stand. And if they kill the, ooh, Sonar Strike. That's fine. Figure it out. Because now, this is dead. 4 damage, can draw a card and make it food, and gain 3 life essentially off of the fact that we have Threshold. So, let's get rid of this. Season of Weaving. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, we're going to do this here. And we're going to make 2 more Mind Whiskers and give all of his things -1/-0. We can attack here. The concern is that he still has his +1/+0 trick, but he's trading that way, so. We just... Season of the Weaving. So good. Maybe buy back some things with the recycling too. Maybe hide a homestead. We'll see. This card is nuts. This is a good reason to get into blue. A lot of people are saying blue's one of the worst colors in this format, but it's a good avenue. Cards like this, the Mind Whisker, Season of the Weaving, and the Shoreline Looter. We passed one in the draft, but some of the best reasons to get into blue in this format, among some of the rares. Take 3. We have food. How do we gain life back here? I'm not inclined to block. I still think it's a combat trick. We get to eat a food, gain some life, and jump away later as well. So 1-3 is fine. We get 3 surveils, so we're gonna find something. The lurker. What do we think about the lurker here? I think we just do better. Like no ETB to really clone. Tree Guard Duo, I can get behind. So let's play a Tree Guard Duo. And juice up a rat. Get him for 7 Vigi. We have a food up as well. Start put a counter on it. So I think we might double block. It's gonna be tough. And we should block with the real copy so that we can get it back with the recycling. It's interesting that this one doesn't require, okay. It doesn't require you to have something enter this turn, you know? We're still looking to close the game out here. Let's pass the blockers. I think we're inclined to just, like, quad block. They could have Crumb and Get It. They could have, you know, a whole variety of combat tricks, and I just kind of want to get these guys out. So, we lose 2 of our bad boys, but there's Sonar Strike. So, all of his creatures are back online. But we'll let the damage go through as such. We gotta work away from here. 3-4 still nothing to scoff at. Let's eat our food. Scribe. Okay. We want to probably buy something back with the recycling. It's probably the Mind Whisker and some sort of other value generator creature. So it's probably the Mage as an argument, or Head of the Homestead to just gum everything up. But we're definitely getting something back. Let's get 2 cards back. Let's get a Mind Whisker, and can't even play Head of the Homestead yet, actually, so let's just get Dorpar Mage. Give him a card. Shrink these down a bit. Pass. Still waiting for our opportunity to get in here. It's not here just yet. It's a rummage. Rummage away in a mountain. Interesting decision here. Did they use the trick? They had Sonar Strike. I mean, Sonar Strike's really bad. If we'll just take it here. We're gonna get some life and some scribing and just dump our hand. There's no double strike trick either, which makes things a lot simpler. And we can kind of attack back, assuming no creatures, and let's hope no creatures. But there's a light green duo. Surveil. There's a Mind Whisker. We'll top it. A lot of whisking. So we just play our guys. Attack in. Play this thing. There's no way that they can get any of my guys, but I'm gonna be able to block as well. I'm just trying to think if there's an argument. I think the argument is to just... They're just gonna chump if they're gonna block, so let's put a counter on... this guy. Send in our guys. To chump two guys here, so they're probably gonna get rid of the non-valiant one, and so they have any live draws, but we just locked them out of the game with Mind Whisker, man. Any saving draws. In a Plains. I don't know how you can win that game as opponent. Five Mind Whiskers is a lot. Oh, look, flat 3. Making our way up with frogs. AON. AON. Our opponent. On the draw. I think we'll keep this. We have a 1 and can interact with their 3. And we have a good couple draw steps to find a land. What a counter. The lizards. Take out the trash on my Manifold Mouse. That gains either double strike or trample until end of turn. Alright. We'll pass. Hopefully get 3-drop out of the hand. Exactly how we drew it up. Double strike won't cut it. Okay. We found our land as well. The question is, are we going to play the Lurker or the Whisker? And I think the answer is the... We'll play the Whisker. I think that we can get a better ETB than put a counter on something and gain a life, so let's play this thing. Sure, it blanks the mouse better, but... thus is life. Let's block as such. If we can get the Scales of Shale out, then that'll be good. Or any trick. Rather do it on my Druid than my face. Plus, cards in the graveyard isn't the worst thing for us. Take out the trash. That you did. Okay. This is where things get a little stranger because we don't have a land drop here. We don't really have a way to draw into it either. So now I think it's a Long River Lurker here. And then we'll probably just put the counter on itself again. I don't know. It's just gotta play to the board at some point. Make our Polywop cheaper. Polywallop. Look at this. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. This is annoying because now we're gonna take... We'll take 6 here. And it'll stink, but... We'll figure it out. We're gonna play... Do this. Get our river lurker boy in there. And we're probably gonna have to kill this manifold mouse. Or maybe we're supposed to kill the captain. Who knows? We'll have removal spells for both in the long run. But I guess we'll kill... Let's see. I'm gonna go to blocks. You can't jump this. It's the issue is they both help each other, so we gotta kill one of them now. Especially if they have skill shell in hand. Get the big boy out of here, I guess. This is a red-black mouse deck, is what it actually is. I think opponent missed the assignment a little. There's a double striker. Again, happy to trade some sort of combat trick with a Sound Shower Druid. I've made worse exchanges in my life. Interesting. Play land. Question is, should we juice out the value out of this bad boy or just run it? I think we're doing fine for ourselves in this game, such that we can sandbag this a little bit. Manifold Mouse is here. But as soon as opponent uses the combat trick on the mouse, then we can use the dire downdraft and feel fine about it. Ooh, Homestead. Whoa. Couldn't attack there for a second. Alright. Out of the Homestead. Gum up the board a bit. Gift of food. Gift of food. Thanks for the food, kind sir. I'm fine with this race, especially considering that opponent just gave me another shot at... Oh, okay. Cut through. 3-tree scribe. We'll attack with the head of the Homestead. Pretty fine trading these two, especially because we made 2 1-1s out of it. I doubt opponent will trade. This is not a mouse, so the opponent cannot give... opponent cannot give this thing Double Striker Menace. Giving the mouse Double Strike and not doing anything with it. We at a point where we'll die to downdraft this. Yeah, we'll downdraft this. That goes to the bottom of the deck. Here it is. Okay. That being said, don't see a big incentive to play Splash Slasher yet. They haven't really given us a good reason to, other than the fact that I could just kill him. Okay, here's the downwind ambusher. -1/-1 to the scribe, so that this can take out the scribe. Sure. Now we'll do it. In theory, we should just be able to clean up this game from here on out. If I don't draw anything. Alright, we're against DMCT8. And we have a fine hand. We'll go this into this. Druid. Hold up Denial. Make sure we play the island next turn so that we actually can cast the Denial. I want to play some planes. I think we're supposed to just get this out of the way. Let's play this village and advance our port state. I'm gonna blink it and put the counter on itself again. I just think that so long as we need this to be a real card. We're already kind of in surveil land. Tripid Rabbit on 3. Wow. We would trade these. Probably just gonna blink whatever they play. Okay, they had no plays. See what we can get out of them, because if they Sonar Strike our little frog. Okay, are we supposed to downdraft this thing? Say yes. Ooh, we should have played land. Oops. Just got a little hasty here. But now we know. We're going to play this Crier. They flash in the Swan. At end of turn, we can wallop. Season of the Weaving. I love this card. We're going to discard this Forest. I know that it takes us longer, but we need an answer for the Swan and to hold one of the best cards in our deck. Let's attack and try and bait out the Swan again. So, that's that. I don't know. Maybe they come and get it, but that would be fine too. So we'll land off of doing this, and there's a non-zero chance at this point that we just draw 5 freaking cards. I think that. So we're kind of blanked for now. Just get Haven. I mean, like, a lot of these cards are really good, but I just really want to play Season of the Weaving. Is that bad of me to say? Let's take a real card here. We're gonna draw land eventually. So let's take the Whisker. Just play it. There's a non-zero chance that if they Haven, they just have a discard spell. We just need to be ready for that. And this plays really well. Surveil. The Forest is perfect. Should we do the thing again? Or should we just draw 5 cards? I just want to draw 5 cards. I'm not in a position where I feel like we need to give his board, their opponent's board, -3, -0. But alright, how about this? We'll draw 3 cards and make another Whisker. That way it's only a 4 for 1. Let's get in. Probably get it. It's fine. It's fine. If that's what they want to spend their cards on, then who am I? Let's take that away from them. Let's spin a forest. Draw another one. Why would it tap that way? Because it doesn't even give you a rabbit. Whatever. Play Heart of the Homestead. Head of the Homestead. And I think it's in our best interest to just end of turn Peerless on their turn. We're going to get back Clement and a Wolverine or something and just destroy him. I don't really want to trade the Whisker for this, so I pass. Alright, let's get back Clement and the Wolverine. And surveil again. Get rid of this forest. Play an island. We're gonna play. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Pawn Profit into Clement. Draw a card off, and we'll pick this thing up. Jeez Louise. Okay. Pawn Profit, pick this thing up. Clement, pick the... Wait, we can't pick it up unless Clement's already there. Alright, let's draw a card. Let's just start there. Why overcomplicate things? Draw a forest. Play Clement. Pick a Pawn Profit. Tap these for mana. Play a Pawn Profit. Pick up this thing. Play a Druid. We will not return a rabbit, but we will put a counter on this guy. And then we will attack with the Homestead. See if they have any responses. I'm guessing they do because they... I don't know. I'm supposed to block or something. I guess against Gravedigs, I'd rather kill this thing and finish the game faster that way. And then we'll surveil. Not a bad turn at all. Ah, oh, jeez. Oh my god. Oh my god. How are we gonna do this? Let's keep the mage, because if we play the mage, bounce the other guy. We draw a card, play the scribe, bounce a rabbit or something. I think we just top like that. And we're off to the races after that. Barring a wrath of sorts. We'll keep it. Okay. Mage. Pick this thing up. I should tap this for mana. Crud. There's still time. We play the Druid. Picking up a rabbit. Pick up a rabbit. Put a counter on Clement. Draw a card. Play the scribe. Pick up this thing. Put counters on things. Counter. Draw. What do we do now? The same thing again. We don't have the best mana to do this, but we're going to open some attacks up here. Return a rabbit. Put a counter. Draw 2. Or put a counter. Draw. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Pick up the Pawn Prophet. Played a land. We have to have played a land. I'm gonna say no. Put a counter. Draw a card. Go to combat. Swing out. We're doing it. This card is insane. Life goes on. We'll manage. How do you come back, though, from this? Play the Pawn Prophet. Return the Sunshine Druid. Draw a card. Put a counter on... What are we worried about removal-wise? 2, -2, -2. Or a 4, so I guess we'll put it on this thing. I don't know. Or this thing's already fine, so... Move to discard. Discard 9. Beautiful. I just can't shake the feeling that that's not going to do it. Splash Slasher. Just the regular. We have no need for the other one. Pick this thing up. Stun this. Put a counter. Draw a card. Trigger Duo. I'm not picking anything up here. Give this a million power toughness. Druid. Put this here. Move to combat. Swing out! Oh my god. The downward ambusher. Sure. -1/-1 to... Oh no, he's gonna kill my guy. Should I pick up my Clement with the mage? But I can only tap this guy for mana. Oh wait, he we'll take it. It's some sort of trick. Feather of Flight. Cycle it. Knock yourself out. Down to 2. Now we play. We tap for mana. Play the Prophet. Are we out of cards? Hold on. 2 cards. Okay, let's be... Okay, thank God we noticed that. We have 1 card left. Oh my god, what a crazy game to trophy. Did we have fun that match? I had fun. Alright. That's gonna do it for today. This was a ridiculously fun draft. I'm just continually amazed by this color pair in this format because it's just fun. It's just funny. Shout out to Clement, shout out to Season of the Weaving and Mind Whisker as just ridiculous cards to just do over and over again. Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for joining me with this crazy blue-green frog deck, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice one.